Hi everyone, it's great to see you all. Thank you for coming back to our Live Well with Diabetes group. Um, as you know, we've been meeting once a week for about 8 weeks now. We're reaching the end of our group, but we still have some time. So I wanted to start group off today by going around the room and having everyone just share how they're doing. Um, you guys can share how you're doing today. You guys can share how you've been the past week and any struggles that you've been dealing with. Fred, why don't you start? Okay, so what I'm hearing from you guys is that the goals that we set at the beginning of finding some way to do some kind of physical activity once a day are going well. We can keep brainstorming more ways to keep up with that. And the cooking one new meal a week, I know, is probably challenging, coming up with healthy, good, tasty food, to cook for yourself and your family. I know Tom and Ted have had success with using the HelloFresh meal subscription. Why don't you guys share more about that? So what I'm hearing is that you guys have been using the HelloFresh meal subscription for the past 2 weeks, and they send you about 3 meals in the box, and you guys can pick if you guys want vegetarian, vegan, or not options, and you guys pick the meals online, and they send you all the ingredients and the instructions to make them. And I've heard from you two that that's been successful in cooking good meals together. Have you guys been enjoying them? Good. So, Aki, I know that cooking not desserts is something that can be stressful because it is fun to bake, for your family and stuff. I get that. And there's nothing wrong with cooking, or baking desserts for your family. It's just that when it's always tempting you and you're not having any alternatives, that can become a problem. But I have to say, you guys have been doing great. So, for example, if a member said that they were having a hard time following their goals that we set of doing some kind of physical activity once a day, I would probably want to brainstorm some more ideas. So I would say that having some kind of exercise doesn't have to be, vigorous or anything, but it's enough to get, your heart rate up. So for example, we're not saying, run for miles and miles or start training for a marathon or anything. I'm saying, light activities such as swimming or, taking the dog for a walk once a day. Even just like a half hour good walk. Visiting new trails in our area, different state parks can be fun. As the weather gets warmer, it's going to be nicer to do that as a family with your guys' families, taking them to different state parks and different areas to explore outside are great opportunities to reach your daily physical exercise. Some other options can include yoga, as we know. I know that Val's been doing yoga, and how have you been liking that? Good. I know that there's several apps that you can use for free, easy yoga. And I mean, you don't have to be an expert. If you don't want to join a gym or join a yoga studio, apps are a great way. And not just for yoga too, but just for, general workouts. Along with yoga, even Just going for walks around your community, playing some games outside with family members are great. So Hannah, I know that as a dance teacher, it might be exciting to have your exercise. Oh, you have mainly been doing dancing as your main I would assume that. How's that been going for you, Hannah? I know that you have felt great success lately by managing your diabetes. And I'm congratulating you on, decreasing your smoking. I think that having a cigar once in a while is not horrible, but decreasing the amount that you were is something to be really proud of, and I'm very happy for you. How do you guys feel about how optimistic do you feel about your diabetes and managing it? How much do you think you guys have improved? Do you guys want to share? So if members said to me that they were experiencing, that they felt that this group has been successful, and that their stress levels have decreased since starting the group, I would say that that's great. I would want to know if they feel that their goals joining the group have been met. And I would go over what worries they have about continuing life after the group. Obviously, I can provide more resources and more groups that are going to be open in the future. But I want members to know that even though the group's ending, that doesn't mean their support is ending. They've all done a fantastic job of managing and coming to group ready to work and brainstorm and meet their goals. And I'm very proud. I will keep providing resources and keep encouraging you guys to keep up with cooking new meals, trying new things, even just researching healthy meals, healthy, good meals, and limiting snacking is great ways to manage your diabetes. And I can say that you guys all have been doing great things since I first met you guys. How do you guys feel about this group ending? Should we go around the room? Val, why don't you start? So what I'm hearing is that people are a little nervous about what they're going to do when they're not held accountable by, I guess, me and their other members, right? Okay, I'm seeing some head nodding. And that's true. After this group ends, me specifically and everyone else here isn't going to be here to do weekly check-ins, but that, honestly, I think that I feel like you guys are at a place where you are able to hold yourself accountable. And Tom and Ted have been doing a fantastic job holding themselves accountable, even though that we've learned that for you two, diabetes is different for each other. What's going to work for Tom isn't always going to work for Ted and vice versa. So I'm really proud that you guys are doing this. Yeah, thank you for coming to group today, and I hope that this helped.